Hello, Ricardo from Low Country Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO. And Ricardo, I wanted to show you 3 ways that you could beat your competition online. So I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear more information, let's just reach out and set up a quick phone call. And so I'm going to show you 3 ways tonight. And the first one is through content. The second one is through citations. And the third one is backlinks. So we'll start with the content. Now, I'm on your Facebook page, as you can see. And the reason why is because when I went to your page, it says your site can't be reached. So we have some kind of issue with this. So it might just be the connections not secure. So it might just be that the SSL certificate, which is what it says usually when it says not secure up here, but it's saying that the site is not secure. So it might just be getting that. And Google will actually dock you for that if that is the case. But it could have to do with the domain as well. So you might want to check in with that depending on who you got your domain through. All right, but so I'll just show you an example of another company in the area. So if we go to JCB Roofing, so what we're typically looking for content is about 1,500 to 2,000 words. The reason that we want so much is that that's what Google recommends. And having that much basically tells Google that you're basically providing a lot of information for people and you're helping people. And that's really what Google wants. They want you to provide information to help other people, to kind of provide a service. And if you have that, they're going to rank you higher, and that's just going to help with everything else. So JCB Roofing actually is short. They don't have anywhere near 1,500. They do have a blog, however, which is also something Google likes because blogs help people as well. They tell them information and whatnot about things. So what I want to do next is I'm going to take your site, because even though your site sorry, first we're going to go over here to the Google search. And the other reason that we do want a lot of content is that the more content you have, the more keywords you have in that content, or that you can put in the content. So I've just put in an example what somebody who's looking for a service in your area would put in, which is roofing Savannah, Georgia. First thing they would see would be these ads. Second thing they're going to find is this map section. They're going to find the top 3 companies showing up here, and this is all based on citations, not necessarily keywords. And citations are just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites that you all know, like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. Even Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these are all social media. Those are all citations as well. And as long as your name is spelled the exact same way with no differences, no more spaces, and then the address is the exact same, and the phone number is the exact same in both sites, then basically that site will point back at you and it will be a citation. And the more of those you have, they kind of vouch for you, and Google will rank you higher in this map section. After that, we're going to find the organic section. We're going to get 10 companies showing up per page. So if you want to be on the first page, you just have to be in the top 10 of the results. For the example we've put in here for the keyword roofing Savannah, Georgia, JCB Roofing happens to be number 1. SouthShoreRoof.com is number 2. 3 would go to Better Business Bureau, which is a directory. Like I said, we could keep going, but I want to keep this a little bit on the shorter side. All right, so now let's go to your website. So I took your website, lowcountryroofingga.com, put it into a program that I like to use called Ahrefs here. And this just helps me to kind of see your site. First thing I notice, you don't have any headers on your page. If you did, they would show up here in bold lettering. And I'll show you one that does have that in a minute. And so just looking at your site, now we're going to start talking about the backlinks that we talked about already. We did content and we talked about citations. So basically, referring domains are websites that you have links on. And for each one of those links would be called a backlink. So you can have multiple links on one site. So right now you guys just have the one referring domain and you have the one backlink. So you have one link on one website. When somebody has to click that link, it's going to redirect them back to your site, lowcountryroofingga.com. Right now, you guys don't have any keywords that you can be found for. These are what really do bring in the traffic. That's like what we search when we put in roofing, Savannah, Georgia as our example. That would be a really good keyword with a lot of volume. And if you had that, that's what's going to bring you the visitors. So right now we're showing 0 visitors also. So what I'm going to do is give you an example I can show you. So I'm going to go to JCB Roofing. This is the headers at the top here. You can see it's in bold lettering. They've got their company name as well as a keyword here up in here. You can do that as well. It helps you be found for. And if we look at the referring domains, they have 165. These are just websites. On those 165 websites, they have 552 links. So a little bit less than about 5 links per site. People click these links, it sends them back to jcbroofing.com. They have 526 keywords they can be found for, and that's bringing about 201 visitors to their site per month. And basically, referring domains kind of act as these sites saying that you're legit. They're voting for you, saying this is a good site. They're vouching for you. So the more of these you have, the stronger Google's going to rank you. So it's going to help. This here is the trust, the UR. That's just saying that basically you're a powerful site. The more referring domains you have, they're going to give you that. And the third, the DR, is their power. And they're going to have more of that as well. So the stronger these are for your backlinks, referring domains, the stronger your trust will be in the area as well. So we can actually click the keywords, and that's what we'll do next, just to kind of see where they're being found for in searches. So JCB Roofing, that's just their name. 250 people do search them by name. That means they know who they are. That's our volume. So 250 people search JCB Roofing every month. For this, they're in the first position. That tells us that they could be in the top 10 to be on the first page. They're number 1, so they're the first result, as we saw in our as well. In our organic section, they were number 1 here, JCB Roofing, which is exactly what we saw. And so by being in number 1, they're going to get the largest percentage of the volume. So by being in number 1, typically you're going to get between like 20 and 35%. So they're getting 52 visitors from that 250. Now they're also going to want to have searches like this that bring in new customers, such as roofing, Savannah GA. 150 people do search that. They're number 1 for that one as well, and they're going to get 46 from that one, so 46 to 150. And the more of these they have, the higher you're ranked, the bigger percentage. You can see here being a number 6 for roofer Savannah, Georgia, they're only getting 8 visitors of the 100, so it's a much smaller percentage. So the higher up you're ranked, the bigger percentage you'll get, and the more visitors that will come to your site. All right, so if we, definitely adding some keywords for you guys. Obviously, we didn't have a ton with your site, so obviously you'll have to fix your site first. It may just be your certificate. It may be renewing your domain. And then definitely what you're going to want to do is you're not really registering anything now here for your power or trust. Going to want to add some referring domains backlinks. A few easy ones are citations, getting your social media linked up to your site. And that might be what yours is now, because we know you have a Facebook page. That could be your one backlink. And then adding some keywords into that content and getting more content in there. That's going to help make your site stronger. And then it's going to bring you more visitors to your site. Typically, if you were to get around 100 visitors to your site through having some keywords and building up the power and trust, that might be 20 calls per month. Of those 20 calls, depending how many you guys usually convert, to estimates and then jobs. It could be 2 jobs a month. It could be 4. It could be more, depending on what your conversion rate is. So now that you guys have the information, if you guys aren't interested in growing your business at all and you're happy with where you're at, obviously you don't have to do anything with it. If you're looking to grow your business and you have somebody you use, show them this video. There might be something in here that helps them out, a tip or two from one of these tips I gave you guys. If you don't have anybody and you are looking to grow, then all I'd ask is we just set up a quick conversation. I can answer any questions for you, and we just see if it's even a good fit for us to potentially even work together. But thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it, and have a great night.